Moses, and you know I got soul.
All right, Teedra. So the new EP, California Vibes. Talk about how this project came together.
Most music that comes randomly like that for me is out of frustration. To be honest, I wait a lot. Looking for help from people. I tend to wait a lot. So this time I just was like, I don't want to wait anymore to put out music. I have 1,000,001 songs. People no one would know, couldn't imagine how many songs I have. So I was in LA a lot working, doing music, and I was like, this is the vibe right now. I love the vibe. I decided I was in the studio with a friend till 6 in the morning. We were just talking, and he said, put your music out. Just put it out. Stop waiting. And I decided that night, about 3 months ago, that I would do it. And for my birthday, I figured that'd be the gift I give to myself. So more so than it was for somebody else, it's for myself.
I feel like just like when I'm listening to this is how I feel when I listen to your mixtapes. These are like album quality songs that could have been on any of your albums. That's my opinion, at least. Do you feel like these are worthy of being on a potential album for you? Do you feel like they're that quality?
Yeah, they were. Yeah. They were, but they just didn't. They didn't end up going. I mean, like, what is an album now?
Yeah, right.
Really? What is it? I love the art of an album and the body of work, and I love putting together that. But just because it's not put out commercially doesn't mean it's not album.
Right.
That is an EP. It's a small amount of music, but I thought well about the concept and which song was going to go next to the next song and which songs I would use, So I don't think it's any less special because it's not on an album.
Right. I feel like you were one of the first who was doing it with the mixtapes, doing with the EPs. Like, you've been using those to your advantage over the years, even when you didn't have an album. How do you feel like those were able to help you? Since Complex Simplicity has never been a follow-up, but these have been able to keep you going. How have they helped?
They definitely sustained me. I think that people will love me for one album, and I'm grateful and I'm so blessed that people love me for Complex Simplicity. But at the same time, I don't think I would win over new fans as I have over the years, the past 10, close to 11 years. Or would I sustain the fans of Complex Simplicity if I didn't continue to give them music and remind them that it's not something I did once. I can do this every day if I want to.
Right. Awesome. So you're working on this new album, Cognac Conversations,
yes.
I believe it's called. So what can you tell us about that?
It's a conversation. It's like I want to make it clear to, as an artist or as a human being, I think we all just want to be understood. So what I'm trying to do is make sure people understand who the music is coming from on Cognac and Conversations. I want to make sure that who I am as a woman, who I am as an artist, where I've grown from Complex Simplicity, all these things are conveyed well. So it's a conversation. And musically, it's the vibe, my vibe, heartfelt, sometimes aloof and free, smoky and airy, it's my same vibe, but I get torn with it, today I think this is what it is, and then the next day I want to take those songs off. And so until it actually drops, I won't know, nor will you know exactly what those songs will be.
And your fans have been waiting so long for another album. 10 years ago, Complex Simplicity came out. I mean, what type of pressure do you feel like, or is there any pressure to live up to that? No.
I don't allow pressure I used to, and maybe that's why I didn't before put out an album, but I don't allow pressure from outside of myself about music and art, because when I break it all down, as much as I want people to love it, I'm really doing it to relieve myself of something. My soul needs it. So if I start bringing in outside entities, I don't think it'll be honest anymore.
Right. So what are you looking at for a release of Cognac and Conversations? Do you have a target date in mind?
Well, I signed recently with Shanachie Records, and I'm supposed to be turning in an album in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.
So we want to set up everything properly. So I'm not exactly sure of the dates, but I'm figuring somewhere around March, April.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear more about this signing because we supported a lot of the artists on Shanachie, and we like what they're doing with the R&B they're putting out. What made you feel like that was the right home for you?
Avery Sunshine.
I love it.
I don't even know her.
Love it.
But she's doing a great job, and I look at her hustle and I'm like, I hustle like that, but I just don't have anybody pushing. It's just me and my sister Tamia and whatever entities we have outside of that come along. But I just feel like having a team, as far as a label, is just gonna help a lot. And I look at her and her hustle and her grind, and I match my hustle, my grind to her. And with a team, I think I can get the same results. that she got. Really, I told the owner or the guy that runs the label, Avery Sunshine is the reason I'm here because I watched her, you know, and I saw what she did before she went there and what she's doing now that she's there, and I like it.
Awesome, I love that. We love Avery Sunshine too. It's dope. So then just final thing, earlier this year we put out a retrospective of Complex Simplicity, the 10-year anniversary of it. What do you feel like is a legacy? When you look back at that body of work, what do you look at that you were able to create with it?
Honesty. I think that is the most honest music I've ever made. I don't think I'll ever make anything as honest as that because the innocence of not knowing what you're doing, I can never get that back again, you know, and I didn't care to be famous. I wanted Mary J. Blige to like my number, you know, like I didn't care about being famous. I just wanted to make music, and I don't even know if I cared about people liking it. I just knew I had it in me, you know, and I think it was honest. I think it was really, really honest.
Awesome. It's definitely considered a classic by, you know, those who've heard it, so great job. Anything you'd like to add?
I'd like to say thank you to You Know I Got Soul for all. I want to say hi, DJ. I want to say thank you to You Know I Got Soul for always supporting me and always staying down with me. I mean, like from the beginning to now, every show I've ever done at SOBs, I've seen this man's face, and I'm so appreciative. And I want to say thank you to the fans of my music and the friends that support my movement, because without you, I don't know how I would have fed my kids for the past 10, 11 years. You know, I don't know how I would have continued to stay motivated to keep doing this without people hitting me on Twitter and Instagram and saying, yo, Teedra, we love it. You know, I don't know how I would have gotten, people tell me, I don't know how I would have gotten through Christmas without California vibes. Like, it gave me everything I needed. And do you know how that makes me feel? Like, whatever, okay. One day I'll get a Grammy, one day I'll get a plaque. But that in itself right now is enough for me.
Awesome.